Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? How's life in your world and how's things where you are? I hope everything is good. I hope you had a great weekend. I had a very good weekend. The bandsaw is torn apart. I'm going to attempt to fix it soon. And I put some pictures up on Instagram, so if you might know a way to help me fix this, go check out my Instagram and let me know. But I hopefully will have some parts tomorrow that I can attempt the fix. But that's not what I want to talk about today. We're going to keep talking about the second channel because I said on Friday, I declared I am going to make 2 videos this weekend and Emma's going to hold me to it and it's going to happen. And it didn't happen. It's inevitably. When I say something's going to happen, I dramatically overestimate my ability or underestimate the amount of time it would take. And it didn't, it's not for lack of trying. I tried. I worked on it all weekend and I got the first like 3 to 6 seconds done. And I've learned a whole lot in that process. The main thing I've learned is I probably should script it somewhat. Not necessarily write a script and try to have a prompt up that I can read from because that's not what I want. But I should probably do a written review first, and then that would solidify a lot of thoughts in my head so that when I sit in front of the camera, it's not garbly gook. Garbly gook? Is that a thing? So what I've learned, here's my thought process. Tell me if I'm wrong, but the way I plan on doing these videos is I pick a game, I do some B-roll, I show some action shots of me playing the game, showing how pieces move or cards move or whatever. And then I sit down and I give you my thoughts. I do a little bit of a not a pre-roll. There's not going to be an intro on this channel, but I do a little bit of a this is the game, this is the publisher, these are the designers, this is how many it supports, this is the blurb on the back of the box, that sort of stuff. And then I go into my thoughts. So my plan of action this weekend was to sit and record that and then start editing straight off of that. Just go downstairs and start to edit. And that's what I did. And I don't want to say perfectionism got in the way, but the newness of it got in the way. And what I mean by that is this channel has existed and has continued to exist simply because of the simplicity of it. Because I sit here, I ramble, I hit upload. I don't really do much else with it. But the reason that I started this whole second channel, the reason I built a studio for it, the reason I built props for it is because I want to explore more structured, more stylistically and visually interesting videos, and that's a good way to learn, is to just do it. So that's why. And because of that, it got in the way. I went upstairs, I did my main recording, I came downstairs, I started to do a really, really rough edit, just chopping out all the Here Chevee rambling parts, and then I started to do, put some B-roll footage in there, and then try to figure out transitions for all of that. And when I got onto the transitions, I suddenly realized, man, I want to do fun transitions, like cool swipes and wipes and blooms and all sorts of stuff. But I needed to really kind of learn that stuff. I knew some of it, but not a lot. And I ended up spending a whole lot of time researching all of that. Then I realized that there's just silence is awkward. So I wanted to have a little subtle music playing. It's not a music video, and I'm not going to do music videos, but I'm taking like kind of the podcaster's approach to have that just real subtle, background music going that kind of ties the whole thing together. So the plan, shoot the main video. Kind of like I'm doing right now, just me rambling. I've told you before, I have to learn how to kind of chop my sentences into information bits. And so that way I can easily cut out when Chevee goes off the charts. And then find those key points that I either missed or that I want to talk a little bit further about, or maybe I have a joke I want to tell or a quip I want to insert. I'll go back and film insert shots. And I think this is how like a lot of filmmaking is actually done. You shoot the main thing, all the footage you think that you're going to need for a story, and then you start to edit and find out, oh, I need to go back and do a pickup here, I need to do an insert here, and then you kind of put all that together. And when I do my insert shots, they're going to be a completely different style, so they're going to be obvious. I'm not going to try to hide it like by putting on the same, costume or whatever. It's going to be an insert, and it's going to look differently, visually look differently, it's going to sound different, it's going to be obvious that this was filmed later. And it's kind of part of the fun of the style that I'm going for. A little bit more of a freeform style. But through all of that, I got the first video rough edited. I've got 6 or 7 inserts I need to shoot for it. What I've learned is I should probably do a script. Not a script. Like I don't think I could sit in front of a camera with a prompter and read. Like I don't want that at all. I want more fun and more open conversation. But if I wrote a script, if I wrote, not necessarily a script, if I wrote a written review, which I've realized today on the drive home, I'm going to want that for the website post anyway. Like the shortened down, super condensed, here's Chevee's 3-paragraph take on this game. If I do the written review first, that gives me the solid foundation to say what I want to say without me having to sit there and read it. I should be able to mentally map those thoughts into a more conversational tone and be able to do the whole thing a little easier. So I'm going to work on that. But the first video, for this one, it's okay. Like I'm okay with what I shot. I got to do some inserts. I got to do some fixes. But other than that, it's good. What I really spent time on this weekend was the music and the sounds and the transitions and all that sort of stuff. So all that being said, I'm going to show you right now the first few seconds of probably the first review or maybe the second review, one of the first 2 reviews that'll go up on the channel. This is the opening sequence that I came up with this weekend. I spent a lot of time making this part, and now that I've done it, I know how to do it easily and quickly, and I can step through it pretty fast. But let me know what you think of this. You're looking at Point Salad from publisher AEG. Wait. There we are. It's rough. It's a bit weird, but I like it. I'm having fun learning it, and I'm getting really close to being able to do it. So do it for real. Publish a video for real. So yeah, I said I was going to do it. I worked hard on it, but there's a lot more to do, a lot more to learn. We'll see what happens in the near future. You know, it's pretty much a project that I've assigned myself to help me be a better filmmaker, because you know, I am doing a little bit of that on the side, and I want to learn how to do more of it. Here we go. We're learning together. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends, being wonderful, wonderful people. I appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes to Wikipedia. What do Canadians call Canadian bacon in Canada? In Canada, the term Canadian bacon is not used. The cut of meat from the loin is referred to as back bacon. In southern Ontario, pea-meal bacon, as it is referred to there, is a similar product. However, it is not smoked, but rather set in a brine.